everybody, welcome back to another video, and today's hopefully going to be a little bit shorter, but I really wanted to talk about, or pose a question I should say, of how important is packaging when it comes to Magic. Um, I've been involved in Magic for a long time, so I'm used to the brick and mortar stores and kind of having like that presence when you go to a magic shop to go pick things out. Even like older stuff, there's always been usually some kind of packaging. We've always, within uh, the magic shops, always called them the baggy tricks and whatnot. But how important is packaging today, where so much has gone to online sales? Do we need anything fancy? Is it okay to get away with just throwing in stuff in just a Ziploc and saying this is good? Um, so I've got some examples of packaging. You can see some packages back behind me. Um, but like this, so here we've got, uh, it's a wrap from Jay Sankey, or Wrap It Up, sorry, from Jay Sankey. And this was released a long time ago, but this is the packaging we used to get in the magic shop. And this is what you'd see in the case, or you'd see it hanging up or whatever. And people could grab it and buy it and whatnot. So, little Ziploc baggie. My own trick that I'm releasing, I've thrown mine in a Ziploc because it's just a postcard, just so I can keep everything together. And then we've got like these nice boxes. So here we've got Overdraft by Paul Fowler. And this is in a nice box. 1914 always does a really good job with their stuff. It's got the magnetic lip here. Opens up. I'm going to show you the presentation. We cover that part up. The presentation is really nice for the cards. Foil printing, beautiful box. But is this needed? And one of the reasons I bring this up is I do order things from Jay Sankey and other independent creators, and sometimes from some creators you get nice packaging, and others like Sankey, this is his trick contained. This is what you get when you order contained. And you've got a little label here that has the link to get to the instructional video. But at the end of the day, you're getting a little Ziploc baggie, and you're getting the gimmick or the trick, and that's it. And I see people online complain about packaging, and I'm just kind of curious where everyone stands on that, because does the packaging affect how you feel about a trick? Now I know sometimes in my instance it does. I was not shy about being really disappointed when Vanishing Ink got the go ahead from Murphy's to do more quantum decks, and they had no packaging. And part of price, and when you're selling tricks, is packaging. And without that fancy packaging, there should have been a discount applied. And I do feel that way. On something like there's something about something that looks nice. And I hear the argument, people say, oh, well, you're just going to throw away the boxes anyway. And I don't think that's true. I think most magicians are keeping the boxes because our instruction links are printed normally in the boxes. And Overdraft here is printed on the inside of this box. So I would have to document this somewhere and to be able to refer back to it if I needed it. Because no one does written instructions. And that's a whole other complaint for another video. But how important is packaging to you? Is it not important at all? You'd be fine if it just had a business like a Ziploc baggie and then the trick and then maybe a business card with the instructions link. I'm just curious, like how, because like I display, like you can see, I've got cube and bottle, I've got how to control minds, how to read minds. I sometimes display tricks just because of the boxes. I love the boxes. I like to keep them out. Um, like even up above me, like the packaging for Amazing Coffee Cups and Beans. I love all that. Would I feel different if it came in just a box that was padded and the cups inside a velvet bag and be like, okay, here you go. Or the props inside a velvet bag or in a paper bag and sent to me. And so that is the question I ask of you. Is packaging important or does it not matter to you at all? Um, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with what Jay does, so I don't want anyone to think this is an attack at Jay Sankey. Because Jay Sankey is a brilliant person. He's someone who he can look at something with a different eye. Like, he can look at a bottle of nasal spray and think, oh, I've got 30 ideas that I can do with that bottle of nasal spray. And then he sells you a bottle of empty nasal spray and his ideas. Like, I mean, he's more power to him. I've enjoyed the things that I've gotten from Sankey. But I know I've heard a lot of people be really dissatisfied with his packaging. And I don't know where I stand. I think if it was coming from, if I bought this from Vanishing Ink or Penguin, then I'm going to be mad. But if I'm buying this directly from Jay, I'm not going to be mad. And I think that's the difference between buying it from an individual as opposed to buying it from a magic company. Even though you could argue that Sankey Magic is a magic company, um, he's not Vanishing Ink. He's not Penguin. He's not Illusionist. He's not Theory 11. So I think, in my opinion, packaging matters when you get it from one of the big retailers, and it doesn't matter as much when you're getting it from an individual. Um, but that's just my thoughts. I'd love to hear yours. So let's have a conversation down below, and we will see you in the next video. And sorry this one's late, but hopefully, hopefully I'll get back to a schedule at some point. But have a good weekend, and peace.